welcome back everyone, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that lovely break, and we have returned with the second series of the night with another elimination match. We have a PvP between Gerald and ShoWTimE. Here we go, and again, ShoWTimE, he struggled a couple of days ago against Skilless in this very matchup. Can he redeem himself? As we're loading into game one, and spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have the Polish Protoss, Gerald, for StarSwar Game. And in the top left, we have the German Protoss player, ShoWTimE, for Big, for Berlin International Gaming as well. Let's go. He's joined by his lovely bunny and rabbits in the background. And if you are in the chat, predictions are open. Place your bets on who you believe will advance on. Again, ShoWTimE, he is considered by many as one of the best Protosses in all of Europe. I mean, he is the best, one of the best Protosses in Europe. I'll say top two alongside MaxPax, but Skilless has been popping off recently. Skilless did take down Raynor and ShoWTimE in this very tournament, and Gerald has also been improving quite steadily over time. Gerald, I would say he is vying to break out into that upper echelon of Protoss play. I think nowadays, I would say when it comes to who would I rate as fourth best Protoss in Europe, when I think top three, I think MaxPax, ShoWTimE, and Skilless. And the ordering and the hierarchy there may soon change with Skilless popping off as of late. But who's underneath them? I would say, you know, players like Christianer, players like Gerald, and I would say that as of late, Gerald, he has been really looking to position himself to kind of go for these higher and higher heights and these larger accolades as well. So I'm really excited to see Gerald making it this far, competing in this event, and I'm excited to see how he does fare against ShoWTimE. For now, fake proxies. Both players as well. You know, we have great minds, they think alike. Both players they both go for fake proxy pylons, and we'll see if we do commit. We'll see if we do come across each other. So far, our players just being active with their probes, trying to get a scout off, and it looks like Gerald does come across. That would be, oh wait, no, my apologies. We're proxying a Stargate. Okay, ShoWTimE going for a proxy Stargate outside of his own main base, not really any closer to his opponent, but is very nicely hidden. As a result, unlikely for it to be scouted, unlikely for Gerald to prepare in time. He does dive in with his own probe, and he should realize, hold up, your pylon is late, your pylon is missing. Where is your second pylon? When the probe goes down, big pick off there. You can see Gerald, he's been scouting on the right hand side. He's looking for the pylon, and it looks like he will eventually come across it. Oh, really though? It's gonna be close. It is gonna be close. At the same time, Double Adept is moving out here for ShoWTimE. Likewise, Double Adept for Gerald as well. They are moving out. And we'll see if we can react in time here as Gerald. Does he wall off? He does. Does wall off in time. Adept Scout is denied. Here comes the Probe Scout, and we do get eyes on the Stargate and on the Building Oracle. Now, Gerald knows exactly what's been happening. He knows that it's not a committed proxy. He knows that it shouldn't be an all-in, and he's getting ready. But, oh, Gerald, he did fall for the fake out. That is a robo opener out of Gerald. Very safe play from the blue Protoss. Very aggressive out of the red. Oracle's on the way. Adepts, they do come across each other. Trading blow for blow as we do back off. Meanwhile, in the main base, we do have a shield battery. We get one probe nonetheless. One worker goes down. The other is going to be kept safe and sound. Again, Gerald, he did have the time he needed to prepare back at home. Meanwhile, we shade into the main. ShoWTimE. Oh, ShoWTimE, a bit of a lapse in judgment there. He does miss the shade, and that's a lot of damage being dealt. 6 probes go down, almost 7. And just like that, Gerald takes a massive economic lead. Remember, ShoWTimE invested in being aggressive. He invested in the harassment of these oracles, and they haven't done enough damage at all. So much so that he had delayed his own expansion, and ShoWTimE is falling further behind. But thankfully, he has invested into his second oracle. He can still get some counter damage dealt. He's not out of this. Not by a long shot, but a nice lead for Gerald. Meanwhile, behind this, we're taking up, working towards the Twilight Council, working towards Blink, I imagine, here for Gerald. Meanwhile, ShoWTimE followed it up with a Robo, and he's going for a Prism. He wants to go for his own counter damage. The Oracles, they take a couple of hits. We have 4 Adepts shading in towards the main base to force a recall. We do force a recall into the main. So far, Gerald, he hasn't been dealt too much damage. He has been able to maintain himself for now. That soon may about to change. Well, soon is about to change here. As ShoWTimE is waiting for the War Prism. Now, the reason why the War Prism has a lot of value here and has a lot of potential is that these adepts that we've invested quite heavily into have yet to really get into a mineral line, but the Prism will help with that. The Prism can ferry the adepts into the main base. We can bypass the ramp, we can bypass the pylon blocks. Well, as we commit to the Shade of the Natural. Okay, probes are going to get targeted now. We're going to get 4 workers in total. Good damage dealt here by ShoWTimE. At the same time, the Prism poised to dive in as well. Waiting outside the main. Getting 5 probe kills in total. Behind this, we're getting into Immortal production, working towards a delayed Twilight Council, delayed Blink. Blink's still not quite done for Gerald, unfortunately. He's still trying to keep up here with the army, with the Prism. So far, good positioning here as the Oracles. They do dip into that natural. They get 2 probes, 3 probes. Again, very nicely done. 3 worker kills. As Gerald behind this, getting to his own Blink. And do we double down? I believe it's only 3 gateways. I believe Gerald here, he only has 3 gateways, so not the most amount of production available for 2 bases. So this is not an all-in, for example. He can move out, yes, but I imagine he should be expanding. I imagine. As we are still establishing ourselves. Speaking of getting a 3rd base, there it is from ShoWTimE. Is the first to expand. Gerald looks like, yep, he's going for a slightly later 3rd instead. Meanwhile, ShoWTimE has been able to take a worker lead. Blink is done! Oh, can we get it? Oh, I do think it was a bit of a late Blink in general there, and Gerald, he doesn't get the Prism. That would have been huge. That would have been massive. The Prism does escape, does survive. We do depower that Stargate. Oracles are moving out. So do we have anything at home to defend? 2 Oracles towards the natural of Geralt. Oh, not much. No, the stasis! No, the bait! A massive stasis here on the army. Geralt, not like this. Back at home, he does have enough to defend. He does protect his mineral line. But this is giving so much time to ShoWTimE to prepare here. He does have 2 Immortals, has the Sentry for Force Fields as well. Oh boy, and Geralt, he has to take the fight. Takes down the Stalker, backs off. Whew. Okay, does have Blink available soon momentarily as well. Dancing with death right now. Again, ShoWTimE has had time to just reinforce, to react, to prepare for this. Prism slips in. Adepts, I believe they're out of range. I believe they haven't been seen. Oh, they have not been seen. We dive on the army. Ooh, first Immortal goes down. Nice pick off there out of Gerald. Meanwhile, Adepts, they make their way into the main base. Probes are falling. They force a recall. They do force the recall of Oracles. Adepts, they both barely make it out. We got 5 worker kills. Stalker still in the front lines. Going for the Blink into the main. We dive into the main base. We bypass the army here of Geralt, sorry, of ShoWTimE. We're going to be bleeding out a couple of those Stalkers. But so far, good attack, good move here from the Blue Protoss. Yeah, the Prism taking a lot of damage as well. And the Prism, it should go down. A big pick off. The Prism falls, the Oracles. With the defensive advantage, ShoWTimE, he should barely have enough to defend. Yeah, it's forcing this back. Cleans this up. ShoWTimE does hold. And fun fact, ShoWTimE still maintains a worker lead. Whew. But that Immortal lead that he once had is no longer there. No longer has more Immortals. He just lost the War Prism. He has to rebuild that as well. This is still a very close game. This is still a very, very close back and forth. We've seen some things go in favor of ShoWTimE, at other times go in favor of Geralt. But still a very close game state. As we are working on a 4th. So faster 4th here at a ShoWTimE. Geralt's rotating around. Trying to go for that 3rd. Oh, and we're not quite in position, by the way. Charge is not done. The Zealot's taking a lot of hits. Stalkers, they refuse to turn around. Bold move here out of... No! Bold move out of Geralt, and he's going to pay the price for it. Immortals are going down. We lose 1. And we're going to lose another. 2 Immortals go down basically for free. You can see Gerald is racing back home. He was not expecting this to be a committed fight. To be a committed push. And ShoWTimE is just catching Gerald with his pants down. Big loss here. Probes are falling. Immortal Zealots as well. Here come the reinforcements for ShoWTimE. Boys are being pulled. They have to be. Good blinks out of ShoWTimE. Does target down that Immortal. And with that, ShoWTimE should be taking a lead in this series. Should be looking to put the first point on the board. As I say that, we do have some reinforcements coming in. Gerald trying to hold on, but the base has been broken. That's a kill on the Nexus. 24 probes as well. We take down the Prism. GG gets called, and ShoWTimE takes game number 1. GG. Again, ShoWTimE showing us all why he is one of the best Protoss in all of Europe. And Gerald was able to hold his own. He was able to hold his own for a time there, but again, it was brutal to see him dive on that third base, take a massive stasis to the face, and have ShoWTimE prepare so well for it. Minimize his losses to be able to defend, take a 4th base thereafter, continue and maintain his economic lead, and yeah, was able to catch Gerald out afterwards in that counterattack. Really well done. Really well played there out of ShoWTimE. Gerald, can we bounce back? I want to believe we can. Based on game 1, 100% we can get a back and forth. We can have a back and forth series here, but the pressure is on Gerald to make that happen. Meanwhile, we can see the vetoes here. Radisson Station and Equilibrium. Some of the more unorthodox maps have been vetoed from ShoWTimE. Meanwhile, Site Delta and Oceanborn. Interesting map vetoes here. Site Delta makes sense. For those curious, Site Delta is like the Phoenix War map. It's one of the few maps that has a ramp leading into the natural, so it's quite important in PvP, and Gerald clearly wants to avoid falling behind economically, so he shuts down Site Delta. Oceanborn is an interesting one, which we can get into as we're getting into game number 2. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Hecate, we have our Polish Protoss, Gerald. And in the bottom left, we have the German Protoss player himself. It is ShoWTimE, leading the series 1-0. Let's go. Okay. Again, ShoWTimE having a surprising result initially in the upper bracket to fall down so early on in the tournament. But so far, he's gaining his footing. He's standing back up. He is still very much so in this. And it's on Gerald to cause that upset. Does he have it in him? For now, 2 gate openers. 2 gate openers all around for both Gerald and for ShoWTimE. Getting into our gases. And so far, everything's looking as it should. Really, we're keeping an eye on the second pylon placement, whether it's proxied or not, and as well as the first units of choice, whether we go double adept, double stalker, or stalker sentry, or some other unorthodox variation. We shall see. We shall see here. As for now, the probes just being active. Pylons, they have been revealed. You have the second pylon in the main base of Gerald. Likewise, the second pylon in the main base of ShoWTimE as well. Just getting into our pylons. Which means that there's no proxy. No proxies out there. No fake proxy either. No fake proxy. And now we're going to be able to get into our double unit production. It's going to be double stalker out of Gerald, double stalker out of ShoWTimE, mirrored build so far. And with double stalker production, that is just a prioritization of just map control here for our players. Moving out, being assertive, we can go into a 3rd and 4th stalker behind this, or double sentry. I'm expecting double sentry, especially out of ShoWTimE, but we'll see. We'll see how feisty our players are feeling here tonight. As we have our answer, that is a 2nd and 3rd stalker for ShoWTimE, so no sentries, no scouting. Meanwhile, Gerald follows his own stalkers up with double adept. Okay. You do have my attention. It is going to be double adept instead. Now with that, he can try to bypass the units of ShoWTimE. He can get across the map, he can get into a mineral line. He has a lot of potential for damage here. We can pop off. We are expanding, Adepts are moving out. Now we have delayed sentries from ShoWTimE, still unaware of the tech or the really build order of his opponent. As we can see, it's going to be a Twilight Council for Gerald, it's going to be a Robo for ShoWTimE, so much more defensive out of ShoWTimE. With a faster Robo, we can get into faster Immortal production. Immortals, Observers, Prisms of course, but mainly Immortals. As the armies, they do dance with each other. Shield Battery runs out of energy, we are breaking through. Likewise, though, the Adepts, they bust into the main base. Probes are getting one shot. Probes are going down one after the other. The sentry buff is not here yet. No. We got 5 probe kills. Did I say 5? 6, almost 7 workers go down. And across the map, what did ShoWTimE get? He got a shield battery. He was able to deny a shield battery, get a kill on it, kill a pylon, but not much else. With that, once again, Gerald does find himself with an economic lead, but we've been here before, where Gerald gets ahead economically early on, and then ShoWTimE bounces back. Happened in game 1. We'll see if it happens again here in game number 2. For now, just additional sentries on the way. Blink well in production here for Gerald. It is scouted and confirmed by ShoWTimE. It's fully aware of what's going on. Does scout this. We'll see if he can stop it. As the Immortals are on the way, as we mentioned before. Should be getting into his own Blink. We could even skip Blink and go into Charge and go like Charge.Arc on Immortal, which is a little bit more of a risky composition, but it can work, definitely. We'll keep an eye on that Twilight Council based timing or upgrade. Keep an eye on him. So now hallucinations are moving out. We're scouting each other, confirming. We do get eyes on the researching Twilight Council. It's Blink, not Charge. So Blink Stalkers on the way here for ShoWTimE. And we're settling into our 4th base. We're settling in from here. I was going to say this is one of the advantages of Hecate is that you can stabilize on 4 bases, even 5 relatively well with all this SimCity, with all the terrain, of course, working with you, working at your advantage. Something that Oceanborn doesn't provide. Which I imagine is why it was vetoed. I imagine. As from there, it's going to be a pretty passive follow-up. Both players just building up on 3 bases, getting saturated, working on their Forge, +1. Working towards, I imagine, Charge thereafter. I'm surprised that Gerald hasn't teched into that, whether it's Charged Ults or Archons. It's just been purely Blink Stalker and now Immortal. It's a little bit surprising here from Gerald. It is a little bit. There we go, Charge now on the way. Yeah, just going to be working towards Charge. Likewise, both players are. We do see Gerald engaging here on ShoWTimE's side of the map. Gets a couple of units, but bleeds out a couple as well. Do have that back and forth. Oh. As I say, shade in from the left, you can see Gerald trying to pull ShoWTimE apart, and it's kind of working. Uh-oh. It is working here as 5 probes go down. 6 probes even. Very nice target firing out of Gerald. Beautifully done. Just pulling apart the attention of ShoWTimE, abusing him for it, and then retreating. As this is still pretty close to call. Still pretty neck and neck here. ShoWTimE with a, Gerald with a slight economic lead, but oh, the 4th base is denied. And ShoWTimE has his own 4th on the way. upgrade slightly in favor of Gerald, but only slightly, as we are seconds away from finishing up +1 for ShoWTimE. So not a very large window there, where Gerald is ahead in upgrades. Only a couple of seconds. Likewise, ShoWTimE going to be moving out. Again, both players just marauding around. No one wants to make the mistake here of moving out first into your opponent's concave, into your opponent's defensive position. In a mirror matchup, like a defender's advantage could make or break a fight for you. Ooh, as Gerald gets caught out once again, he's already been forced to cancel the fourth base once, and it looks like we're going to be seeing a second cancel. Aye, but here comes the surround. Can Gerald catch up? Can he shut this down? So far, good stutter stepping, but he's being dragged out of position, and once again, ShoWTimE comes in from the right-hand side. We do force a recall, but now it's going to be ShoWTimE's turn to pull Gerald apart, left and right. Gerald dancing to ShoWTimE's music right now. Yeah, the Zealots, they are breaking through, but we do have some reinforcements to have the overcharge. It's putting in a lot of work for Gerald. Yes, Gerald, he does hold. Did lose 11 workers in the process, but he does hold. ShoWTimE recalls back home. Gerald's going to be committing. Warping in aggressively across the map. He's got a sea of Zealots who are going to push up this ramp. Well, not that far behind, but where are the shield batteries? Uh-oh. Okay, we have one. Do you have a shield battery? Do you have an overcharge? Zealot run by coming back in once again. Gerald just can't catch a break. Zealots, they dive in. We force a defensive recall. Oh, but we just can't be the production, can't be the recalled units, or the warp ins even. With that, it looks like ShoWTimE is going to be forced back. Let's force the pull back. They'll slide into the main base. The Prism is going to be targeted. Ooh. Close blink there. Clutch blink out of Gerald. But catch that Prism. Able to bring it down. And we just haven't had any major engagements yet, but I imagine that's about to change here. I imagine that's soon about to change as Gerald is committing towards the fourth. The entire army is here at the front door, waiting for some Archons, which is the ideal against mass Zealots. And we're collapsing this army from the left-hand side. The Archons not quite where they need to be, but some good force fields. Yeah, very nice force fields here. ShoWTimE's army is getting sliced up, but the numbers are still in favor of the red Protoss. It's still in his favor. Juggling out of Gerald. Preserving those Archons. There we go, the Stalkers, they do push forward. Zealot's going to be engaging each other. The Archons, they're putting in a lot of work. They're doing what they can here, but there's only 2 Archons left. They're breaking through all the Zealots. And Gerald, he holds on. Yeah, without any Zealots, we cannot keep pushing. ShoWTimE's army is vulnerable. Again, Gerald taking up into Archons was, in a way, a checkmate move there against that Zealot-heavy composition. The Archons, they carry. And ShoWTimE refused to invest into his own. Did refuse. Just sticking with gateways instead. A much more mobile composition. ShoWTimE catching a base. And can he snipe it? Oh, it's going to be close. He does. One more volley, and he does bring down the fourth base. Big pick off there by ShoWTimE. And we praised ShoWTimE for this earlier, but once again, the counter harass. The split pushes. Oh, this time, Gerald keeping up. Does get eyes on it. Does respond. Okay, gonna be able to take a pretty good fight here towards the left. A lot of Zealots falling. You can see ShoWTimE just trying to incorporate more Zealots, trying to refine the army. The Bay is on the way for Gerald. Ooh, working towards Disruptors. Okay. Once again, you have my attention. Disruptor, second robo, fourth base is on the way, trying to reclaim it once again as ShoWTimE is getting on a fifth. So ShoWTimE just getting further and further ahead economically, which means ShoWTimE is going to be the first to max out and the first to remax after a big fight as well. That is dangerous. And Gerald, he just hasn't been able to do too much as of late. Has been stuck at home this entire time. Trying to move out, but whenever he does, ShoWTimE is there to punish. So here come those disruptors. We can see ShoWTimE distracting the army, dragging it out of position. At the same time, we dive on top of the Archons. And can we focus the Archons down? We got one. There's still three left. Ooh, we're down to two Archons. Zelce coming from behind. Disruptor has a ride on. We are holding. Not without losing 16 probes, though. The Zelce were going ham in the Mineral Alliance. 17 probes go down. Oof. Yeah, rough trades there from Gerald. But he does have disruptors. There's a lot of potential in that. Meanwhile, ShoWTimE getting a sixth base. He's up 2 bases. He's an animal, Papi. Oh my god. Yeah, ShoWTimE is up 2 bases and is soon about to max out. Now, Gerald does have the higher quality army. Not just when it comes to Archons, but now also with disruptors. Now with shield weapons. Sorry, shield weapons. Shields in general. Shield upgrades on the way. Immortal is going to be targeted down by ShoWTimE, picking up an Immortal, picking up after the army itself. Overcharge as well, but we snipe the Disruptor. The Nova does not go off. Big snipe there by ShoWTimE. Reinforcements are on the way. He's pushing towards the 4th base. He's breaking the 4th. Overcharge runs out. We're down to purely Blink Stalker. It's not enough quite to break that 4th base. ShoWTimE even bleeding out an Immortal, almost. Does save it, thankfully. Does save the Immortal, but 2 more Disruptors are on the way. Again, we're making 2 at a time. Gerald, can we somehow pull it off? Can we survive despite, against all odds, against the economic advantage that ShoWTimE has maintained? Can we pull this off? Oh. Clean feed, no. Come back. As a reminder, we are casting from a clean feed, and it has gone down. Ooh, the Twitch clean feed has gone down here. We're in the middle of game 2. It's been a lot of posturing. It's been a lot of posturing between our players so far. Quickly just double checking our other clean feed. Un momento. Which is down. Yeah, so is the other. Ooh, yeah, both the clean feeds, they have taken a hit. Yeah, everyone is reporting. No. For those that are curious, for SCBoy events, for these Chinese events, they actually don't allow observers, so they don't allow casters to join. So there are no of the other language streams that have been able to join the games or anything like that. It is all casted via clean streams. By clean feeds. It's all casted via clean feeds. And because they're streaming it and covering it and observing from China, they actually do it through a VPN. They have to go through a VPN to actually gain access to YouTube and gain access to Twitch and all that good stuff. So because of that, sometimes it is unstable. But it's that. Okay, we're back. Whew. We are back. Let's try to catch up on where we left off as well. Bam. Okay, there we go. Whew. As we have returned, looks like the armies that have been posturing, they are engaging with each other. ShoWTimE pushing in. Disruptors from behind. The flanking disruptors, big Novas go off, and we will clean up most, if not every single Stalker here. ShoWTimE taking a lot of hits to the face at the same time, though he's breaking through on the right-hand side. Looks like we went for a bit of a split push and a split engage. And Gerald, what's important here, as the armies are quite close in nature, the supplies are quite close in nature, he has disruptors. He has a disruptor lead. He maintains the disruptors. They're still alive to get off some more value, to get off a couple more shots. Neva's going to be going up, forcing the blinks. Zealots are being cleaned up. And Gerald does have a supply lead, or does have an army lead, specifically. And breaking this base is not good enough. Again, this is the 7th Nexus for ShoWTimE. We need more than this. So we're going to force a recall. ShoWTimE moving out. Runs into an army. So just catching up. Just trying to make sure everything was stable. All good. Yeah, so here we go. We're pushing on the right-hand side. We find another base. But again, because of ShoWTimE's mass expanding earlier, he can afford to lose bases. Killing these next side, they don't really mean much here to ShoWTimE as he loses another Nexus. Going for the base trade. And forcing Gerald to turn around. Oh boy. Gerald, he's racing back home. He gets out of the base trade. 27 probes go down. And Gerald, his economy is just in the gutter. His army is spotted by the observer. ShoWTimE sees, he knows. He's ready for it. There he goes up. Gets the zealots. We have 4 more Novas behind this. Or I think 4 Novas in total. Yeah, 4 disruptions in total. Nova goes up, the splits are too good. Big connection on the zealots. Not bad. Not bad connection on the zealots, but we snipe another disruptor. And the longer this goes on, the better it is for ShoWTimE, as he has already remaxed. He's just spending his money rebuilding here. The prism goes down, but it doesn't even matter as ShoWTimE is snowballing out of control. Collapses on the army. Your disruptors, they don't matter, not to ShoWTimE, as he just outtrades you. Just with the overwhelming economy that has carried him throughout this game. Perpetually ahead 2 bases, if not 3. And there it is. GG gets called. ShoWTimE takes a 2-0 lead in this elimination match. GG. Let's go. Again, ShoWTimE. I mean, once again, it was a back and forth. Like, it wasn't like ShoWTimE was perpetually ahead the entire game. No. There was a back and forth. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the Polish Protoss, Gerald, for StarSwar Gaming. And in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the German Protoss player himself. It is ShoWTimE for Big. For Berlin International Gaming. Here we go. Now, we've had some fake proxy pylons, we've had some real proxies as well. What do we have in Game 3? Where are you taking us? For now, it is going to be a 2-gate opener from ShoWTimE and Gerald. But where will that lead us? So what initial units will we work with? And do we proxy our second pylon? Now, I think we already have the answer to that, as there are no probes being active on the map, so there's no potential for a proxy. So we should be getting into some pretty standard openers, at least for the time being. We'll be sure to yell out if anything crazy does go on. Now, I spoke about how it is unlikely to go for a fake proxy pylon, but Gerald does move out with his initial probe, and it looks like he does want to hide that pylon as well. Yeah, there we go. Cyber cores are on the way, and there it is. So we do have our proxy pylon in the top right-hand corner of the map. If the probe sticks around, we could try to go for a proxy Stargate, but it looks like Gerald, he's moving out with that probe. He is scouting, and is just going for a fake all-in, or a fake proxy pylon here. Okay. So a bit of mind games going on between our players. As we can see on the minimap, Gerald, he's moving out across the map. Did not stick around for a Stargate. ShoWTimE, he sees, by the way, that the pylon is missing. He's looking for it, and it looks like, based on the scouting pattern of ShoWTimE, he should come across that pylon. It's going to be close, though. It's going to be very close at the edge of his vision. So we are settling into everything else. Yeah, probe is going to be chased down. And, ooh, ShoWTimE, he didn't scout it, by the way. I think ShoWTimE may have re-rallied his scouting pattern there because he was poised to check the top right. But yeah, that is going to be a third gateway and a robo. Okay, ShoWTimE is going for a one-base all-in. Oh. What started off as a defensive response is now turning into an aggressive one. And ShoWTimE, with that third gateway, does tell us that he does intend on warping in, on committing, and on delaying his expansion. If not just, you know, ignoring it completely, going for the all-in. Now with this robo, we can go into a war prism, we can go into faster immortal production. Which direction do we go in? Pylon has been scouted. Gerald going for an expansion into a Stargate opener. Okay. We'll Stargate into an expansion. Prisms on the way. Safety shield battery in the mineral line in case it was an Oracle opener. Good read out of ShoWTimE. And the Stalkers are moving out. And they do pass by each other. Uh-oh, as ShoWTimE is in trouble right now. He does not have an immortal. He has the prism, remember that, and the pylon is going to get shut down. We depowered two of these gateways. Good force field, but where's the DPS? As one Stalker falls. We got a very chaotic moment here for both players. ShoWTimE supply blocked. Oh. ShoWTimE, he is supply blocked. He needs those pylons. He needs that Nexus. Well, the pylons, I should say. No! Clean feed, stay with us. Whew. As the Oracle dips in from Gerald, but ShoWTimE is there to shut it down. Gateway is being repowered. ShoWTimE, he is holding. And meanwhile, across the map, he's arrived with that War Prism. He has the higher gateway count. He can outproduce his opponent. Waiting for the gateways to be repowered. Oh, that's a late pylon. A late pylon for ShoWTimE. He's actually maxed out. I should say supply blocked. ShoWTimE, he can't make anything. We need to warp in, Bobby. Stage trap was thrown down. Did we notice? That's the question. Overcharges popped, and Gerald, he's holding. He's buying so much time for the Immortal. And time is working against ShoWTimE. The Immortal is about to pop out. It's about to come out. Force field here on the army. Do focus on the Zealots, do focus on the pros. The Immortal has arrived, and again, Gerald, he can force this back. Move another warp in. ShoWTimE, he expands behind this. Yo, can we go for the base? The base is getting very low, actually. It is getting quite low. Good force field here. Catches out the Immortal, and suddenly with the death of that Immortal, Gerald, he's in trouble. Oh, he's in a lot of trouble. That's a kill on the Nexus. Stasis Trap is going to catch a couple of extra units. 2 Stalkers and a Sentry. Shut down the shield battery. Pushing up the ramp. It is pushing itself up the ramp. We do have another Immortal, but the gateway does fall. Remember, ShoWTimE isn't really all in anymore. He is probing up behind this. Does have an economic advantage. Getting another pylon. Gerald does confirm this with his Oracle. It's one of those moments though where Gerald, he now realizes that his opponent is macroing, but that doesn't change anything. Like, how does he break free? There we go, he's going for a drop. As he moves out with his Immortal though, he's so vulnerable back at home. The Observer going to be able to get, the Oracle going to be able to get a couple of probes. Not bad. 4 probes go down. The natural base is still in control of ShoWTimE though. as the depths are on the way. And ShoWTimE forcing his way up the ramp. Gerald is in trouble. The Immortal, it's halfway done. It's halfway done as Zep's getting into the main base. They can try to one-shot workers on the best control there out of Gerald. Not focusing them down. The Stalkers, they're caught out. Stalkers are caught out. Overcharge doesn't even matter anymore. We have too much in the main base. ShoWTimE, he's snowballing out of control. He wants the 3-0. And nothing but 3-0s here tonight. There is no back and forth. I mean, game 1 and game 2, as I mentioned before, Gerald, he had his moments. He had moments where he was ahead, where he was in a commanding position. ShoWTimE, he brought it back time and time again. And with that, it looks like the main base has been broken. GG gets called, and ShoWTimE, good luck tomorrow. ShoWTimE is going to advance on here in the lower bracket to face off against Rainer. GG. Papi. GG, well played. Congratulations here to ShoWTimE for the 3-0 again. Nothing but 3-0s here tonight. Both Rainer and ShoWTimE, they bring down their opponents, and that does mean that they will be facing off tomorrow in that lower bracket. It's going to be a spicy series tomorrow. And you can see the bracket here before you. So tomorrow we have the upper match, which is going to be Skilless versus Spirit in a Protoss versus Terran. Meanwhile, we have the lower match as well, which is ShoWTimE versus Rainer. Now, I mentioned before, Skilless and Spirit, they're already in. They're already in the main event. They've already made it far enough for that. But the placement here affects seeding and, of course, prize money as well. So there is still a lot on the line here for these upcoming matches. But Skilless and Spirit can breathe easy knowing that they are the European representatives for StarsWar 11. They are the top 2 EU representatives. We'll see who the third is going to be tomorrow. So yeah, with that, thank you so much for watching, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for the support as well. We do appreciate it. A bit of a shorter broadcast here, just under 2 hours. But for those who maybe weren't here earlier, I literally just got back to Australia. I've been traveling abroad for quite some time. I've been traveling abroad for 2 months, but now I've returned from Poland. For those who don't know, I went to IEM. I went to Poland for IEM Katowice. Then I was able to stick around a little bit longer to enjoy the country, to enjoy the culture. And now I am back. I'm back here to the land of Oz, to Australia. We're good to just keep on going and get back on that grind set. I mean, if you've been watching the channel, you would know that I was still casting while in Poland, but I did not have the ideal setup. Now I'm back to my regular mic. Now I have a cam. I have a webcam featuring myself as well. I have my green screen behind me, back to my home setup. And we can get back on that horse. Now, because I was traveling yesterday, I did miss out on day 2 of the EU America's Closed Qualifier, so I do apologize for that. But I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I really want to try to catch up on that. We already saw the spoilers. We already know what happened in a sense. I am really interested to cast Skilless versus Rainer, but I also know that I have other things that I need to catch up on. Now that I'm back, there's a lot of administrative work that we have to do. There's a lot of VODs to edit and VODs to schedule and thumbnails to make and social media, and there's a lot to do in that time off. So yeah, I will be getting on that. Regardless, though, hope you all enjoyed yourselves. Hope you all had a great time. And yeah, with that, we're gonna be coming back tomorrow. We're gonna be heading back tomorrow here. Hold on, quickly just checking our calendar. What do we have? Tomorrow is, of course, more StarsWar 11 and Master Swan Open 79. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Okay, we have Master Swan Open and StarsWar 11 tomorrow, so plenty of content to come, plenty of StarCraft to come. Meanwhile, stick around. Going to be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid. Not too sure who. We'll find someone to send our love to. Let's quickly just double check. Let us quickly double check here. Who can we raid? Oh, it sort of is live. Let's go now. We can give it to Monsieur Sadsack, or we can raid Hatsu. Tempting. Okay. We'll give it to Monsieur Sadsack. Otherwise, thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for the support. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, hasta luego, papi. Hasta luego. Ciao.